My name is Matt Rich. I'm the senior pastor here at Unity Presbyterian Church. I want to welcome you to this week's edition of Life Together. This coming Sunday is September the 15th, and oh, what a start that we have had to this new program year. And I hope that you will come and join us, if you've not already, to be a part of all that God is leading and doing here at Unity, particularly as we continue to live into this annual vision, God's story, and our stories. We're grateful for the opportunity to gather this coming Sunday for worship, 8:45 and 11 o'clock here in the sanctuary. We'll be thinking a little bit about what does it mean to have open ears as God continually opens our ears, that we might hear words that encourage and words that strengthen us for the living of these days. How do we listen well? It's a particular theme we're thinking about over the course of this fall. All that comes from Isaiah 50. It's also related to the ways in which, as we listen, we also serve. And we'll be thinking about and celebrating the ministry of the Unity Presbyterian Church Endowment this Sunday. They'll be announcing the particular projects and programs and gifts that will be awarded for this year in support of ministry, not only within our congregation, but in our community and even around the world. We've got some wonderful projects and plans that will be supporting this year from the endowment. So we'll be celebrating that. Also celebrating the ways in which your gifts continue to make that endowment possible, the ways in which it grows as we give today, as we make gifts for the future, including in our legacy plans and other opportunities as well. So be a part of thinking and reflecting on the important ministry of the endowment, not only today, but in the years to come, in our children and grandchildren's days, how that will continue to allow God's word to be heard here in this place and in this community. As a part of that, we're also celebrating with Lemonade on the Lawn following both services. We're hopeful that the weather will hold and we'll be outside to celebrate that time of fellowship together. But if not, don't worry. We'll find opportunities in the narthex or hallways to enjoy that time of fellowship with our Lemonade on the Lawn as well. We are in the midst of a wonderful season here at Unity, particularly around faith formation, Christian education. Almost all of the classrooms in all of our buildings were filled on Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon this week with Sunday school and other classes that began this past week. What a wonderful chance it is. I say they were almost all full because there is still room for you. If you did not have a chance to join us this past Sunday for Sunday school, for Growing Christians, for youth handbells, for children's choir, for middle school and high school youth group, for Sunday school for children, youth, adults, all of those, there's a place for you that you can grow in your faith on Sunday mornings here at Unity Presbyterian Church. So come and join us and be a part of that time together as well. In the coming weeks, we've got several small groups that I just wanted to highlight today that are particularly crafted this year around the ideas of the world in which we live. How do we begin to be faithful Christians in the midst of a world that is so divisive around us, particularly as we look forward to this year and an election season? One of those is a book study of a book called Elusive Grace. Again, it's really devoted to sort of being a Christian in the world today, in America, in the midst of this world in which we live. It's going to be a wonderful study led by Reverend George Evans. Hope that you'll sign up to be a part of that one on Thursday nights. We've got two different groups that are studying a book called Listening Well. I mentioned that earlier. Practices about how we engage in listening before we speak. That helps us build community together as we listen, both to those we agree with and perhaps those that we necessarily do not. And then I'm doing a study as well, Sunday afternoons, 4 o'clock, starts at the end of September, Jesus and the Powers. A little biblical study, a little church history, and some theology ways in which we think about Jesus' own relation to the empires and the powers of his day, and certainly the ways in which the early church had to wrestle with those questions, and what does it mean for us to do that as well. We're also in the midst of this Dimes for Hunger special offering effort over the course of this month of September. It's a partner program we do with the Providence Presbytery, the other churches that supports hunger ministries, both here in our own community and even around the world. Encourage you to collect a dime for every meal that perhaps that you eat over the course of this month together. And then we'll be doing a collection all together, dedicating that offering on September the 29th. So I hope that you'll be a part of that. Even if you don't have dimes, a lot of us give online. A lot of us give with paper money as well. That's certainly all included and encouraged as a part of the Dimes for Hunger offering. So do be a part of that too. Looking ahead just a little bit, we've got an exciting day coming up, October 5th and 6th. That's going to be a great weekend for us. October 5th is a church work day. We're going to be trimming all the bushes here at the church and other ways that we might serve to beautify the grounds. So I want to go ahead and put that date on your calendar. Hope that you'll come and join to be a part of that time. October 6th is World Communion Sunday. Our children will be baking bread for us that we might use for communion that day. It's also a day we've got a special guest, Aaron Brooks, Olympic wrestler and grandson of Unity's own Darlene Williams, will be with us during the Sunday school hour at 10 o'clock for a conversation with me about faith and sports and achievement and the Olympics. It's going to be a wonderful time, so I wanted to put that date on your calendar as well. My friends, God bless you. We look forward to sharing this season with you. Really, God is doing such amazing, wonderful things. I know you want to come and be a part. So God bless you, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.